Welcome to StampinPiece.com. I'm Mary Knabe, an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Westerville, Ohio in the United States. Today I want to show you a quick tip for when you want to fussy cut an image because there is no die or there is no punch to cut it out. But when you start to fussy cut it, you think, wow, there's a whole lot of detail there. I'm not sure how this fussy cutting will turn out. I have an alternative for you. Place your stamped image on a flat surface, and then you're going to use the leftover rubber. I always keep this in my stamp set so that I always know which stamps I've used. They're out on the table and none will go missing because I'll know to look for those. But for this technique, I pull this out of my stamp case. I'm going to flip it over so that the rubber side is on the cardstock. I'm just going to lay it over my image like this. And then what I'm going to do is, holding this in place gently, I'm just going to very, very, very lightly trace the inside of this shape. And just do it ever so lightly. You'll be able to erase any marks you see later. It doesn't have to be perfect tracing, just to give you an idea. And this is pretty flexible, so you kind of have to hold that in place and kind of move with it. So now you can see I have this outline around that image. So instead of fussy cutting right along every little line and detail of this stamped image, I'm going to cut just within inside that pencil mark I made. Now remember, you can erase any pencil marks you see when you finish cutting, so don't worry about that. And I'm tracing just inside that pencil line. So this is an alternative to fussy cutting when dies or punches are not available to cut out a particular stamped image. So I have this, and you might be very well satisfied with that. And you can now place this on your card, your collage, whatever, your treat favor, whatever paper craft you're working on. Now, if you decide really that's way too much border showing around the image, what I like to do is, and I don't do this the first time, I go around the pencil mark the first time, and then I look at it and decide, are there places where I know I want to go in a little bit closer, but I'm not going all the way to the lines of the stamped image. I'm really just going inside the line I cut from a little bit more. Here I don't want to get too close to that mustache, because if I get too close, then I feel like I have to make it look like it's perfectly fussy cut out. And remember, this should be an alternative to your fussy cutting, so it should be easier than traditional fussy cutting. And that I like much better. So now I feel like I am ready to put that on my finished treat favor or card. It was super simple because I used the frame of the stamped image, that rubber stamp. I hope you find this cutting technique useful. to you. I know it's made my life a lot easier in many ways, and it still helps me to create fabulous paper crafts. Have a good day. I hope you'll visit stampinpeace.com again.